folks, and welcome to another Kill Team Battle Report. This time we have the marauding Drukhari up against the faithful Adepta Sororitas Novitiates. This is only my second game and my opponent's first game, so please forgive any rules mistakes or misplays. I have tried to catch the rules mistakes by putting notes on the video, but if you notice any more, please drop us a line below and let us know what we got wrong. And of course, if you like the content, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Now, let's check out the fire teams and get straight into the action. Okay, so this is the Novitiate kill team.
Led by the Novitiate Superior in the front. She has the Icon of Faith, which will give her a free faith action during the combat. Next to her is the Duelist, who has the Adamantine Weave Surplus, which will give her a 3+ save.
Behind that with the banner
is the Novitiate Reliquarius, who just has a little fancy thing.
This one here.
That is the Novitiate Hospitalia. Next to her are the two Purgatus.
Two Flamers.
With Flamers.
And then the Eviscerator at the front here.
The Eviscerator is the Penitent, who also has an Icon of Faith.
Yep.
And then we've got a Dialogus next to her. And next to her is a
Flaming
Preceptor.
Torch. Yep.
With a big Mace of the Righteous.
And then finally
is the what's her name? The Condemner, who has the Sainted Reliquary. And both of the two Flamer ones have auto chastisers, which means they can reroll ones.
Cool.
If they roll a 1, they get a mortal wound.
Sweet.
Pick security for my 3 ones. We've got Seize Ground, Damage Limitation, and Plant Banner.
And the opponents for the Sisters of Battle today, the Comrades, or the Drukhari. So at the front, we've got 2 fire teams, 1 Witch fire team, and 1 Cabalite fire team. At the front, we have the Hecatrix. She has a Power Blade and a Blast Pistol. She also has Painbringer, which gives her 1 less damage on any damage of 3 or less. Then we have this guy at the front, this witch here, leaning forward with the ponytail and plaits. He has High Pex, which gives him +1 inch on his moves. Then we have a Shardent Impaler there, and also the Hydra Gauntlets. And then the Cabalite fire team, we have a Splinter Cannon, and the guy without the helmet over there has a Blaster. The Splinter Cannon has Agonite, which gives it Relentless. And the guy next to him with the Splinter Rifle has Death Bloom, which gives it Rending. And that is the Drukhari. I've selected Recon as archetype, and this is what I've chosen. Well, of course, these are kept secret from my opponent at this point in time. Okay, so a quick explanation of the mission. We are doing consecration. We have 5 objective markers, 3 here across the middle, 1 underneath, well actually 1 around there, and then 1 underneath this building here. So, to score victory points, what you have to do is you have to be controlling an objective marker, then you can spend 1 AP to consecrate it. Once it's consecrated, if you're standing near it, you get +1 to your saves and +1 to attacks. And at the end of the turn, you get 1 victory point to a maximum of 4 for each consecrated objective that you control. And then we flip them back and we continue throughout the 5 turns. And that's how it goes. So deployment. You have the Hecatrix here, Splinter Cannon, and the Splinter Rifle with the special ammunition rending at the top here on this vantage point. Then we have the Shardnet and Impaler. And then we have this witch here, who's the one that has +1 movement from his drugs. And we have the rest of them over here. This is the Blaster here. And the Hydra Gauntlets here as well. On the sister side, we have a bunch of sisters around here.
So the Hospitalia, Dialogus, and Reliquary. Under here, all concealed.
And up top, we have the crossbow lady. So she's actually got silenced, right? So she can shoot and be concealed.
And we've got the 2 Flamer ladies down
2 Flamers down there.
And then our close combat.
The close combat assault group here with your leader plus
the Duelist.
The
Penitent, and
the lady with the big flaming club.
Preceptor.
So there we have. So the 2 drop zones for this one were actually in each corner. So here and here for the Dark Elder. and over here and here for the sisters. And so let's get into this. So we have terrain here. We have, these ones are light and traversable. All of the debris fits. And the buildings are heavy with vantage points. All right, scouting phase. So I'm going to be doing whatever that one is, change in order, and you're doing
the free dash.
Free dash, which means I think I get to move first. Yeah, so it's recon, it's infiltrate, beats recon, yep. So that'll be Comorites taking the first turn, and you're going to get a free dash. So what are you going to do with your free dash? You can do that right now.
I'm going to dash one of my flamers forward to there.
Yep, flamers are getting in the fight early. So we're each going to get 1 command point each. We've already set that up. 1-1 is turn 1. These is what we're going to use to track our victory points as we go, and we're also going to track them individually on our cards when we do that.
This will be my faith points.
Okay, yes, and that D10s are faith points. So do you have any spec ops you want to reveal? I'm going to reveal...
I have one that I have to.
Yep.
Seize ground.
Not sure who starts, but it doesn't really matter for this one. Yep, seize ground.
So I've got to select one terrain feature that's more than square from my drop zone. So it's got the heavy trait. So it'll be this.
This one here, yep. And what do you do? How are you going to score that?
At the end of the battle, if the total APL friendly operatives within triangle of that terrain piece is greater than enemy, I score 1.
Yep.
And if I achieve the first condition and there are no enemy on or within it,
you score 2.
Then I score 2.
Okay, so we had a quick deployment change. We just moved the healer over with all the guys with the beat sticks. And I am going to reveal 2 in this one as well. I'm going to reveal Overrun and Vantage. So yes, Vantage means I need to try and secure vantage points, and Overrun means that I can spread my guys out and score points. So let's go into Comorites turn 1. So I'm actually going to spend 1 command point straight off the bat to give me fleet, which means whenever I do a movement action, I get a free dash action on top of that. Okay, so first up, we're going to activate this Calibite warrior here. He's the one with Death Bloom, which gives him rending on his splinter rifle, sorry. We are going to move him up first, which is going to trigger fleet. So he's going to move to there, and then we are going to take a shot at one of these sisters here. Well, we'll go at the back one with the flamer. Actually, you know what? We're going to go at the front one. Okay, so this Cabalite warrior on this sister here, and I'm hitting on 3s, and I have rending. Okay, so it's lethal 5+ as well, which means we're going to turn this into a crit. So that's going to be 2 crits and 2 hits. You do not have cover, so now you roll your defense, which is 3 dice, and your save is 4+.
So they all save.
You can get rid of 1 crit with a crit, and then you can get rid of the 2 hits, so you're just going to take 4 damage.
That's a 5.
Yes, okay, well, like this. So you're just going to take 1 crit, which is 4 damage. So you take 4 damage. So she's wounded and down to 3 health left. So you're going to use an Act of Faith, which is what?
I'm going to use Armour of Contempt.
So it costs you 2?
2
points. It goes down to 1 faith point. He's actually going to turn one of his successfuls into a crit, which means he's only going to take 2 damage, so you're not going to be wounded there.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to redo my movement a little bit. It's not going to change the shot. Because I have fleet, I'm going to move that way and then get a free dash, just so I end up right here. And I'm doing that because I want to score some victory points from Overrun. All right, over to the sisters.
So they move.
So
it's going to move up to here.
Yep. So you're going to climb up to there. So that's how you move. And now
I'm going to shoot someone, I guess.
Pretty.
I think I'm going to shoot him then.
Yeah. So unfortunately, she can now see my splinter cannon because you've gone up a level. I'm assuming that's how it works. So vantage point higher. So he's going to shoot at my splinter cannon. Go for it.
So these are on 3s. So that is
2 misses, 2
1
hits.
crit.
What is the
1
crit?
miss. 6.
Oh, that's a 6, right? Okay. Sorry, these dice I'm finding it difficult. So that's a crit and 2 hits.
Yep.
What's the damage on that?
So the crit is Pierce 1 and Mortal Wounds 2.
Okay.
And then 3 damage. So roll that one, I guess.
No, okay, so I'm going to save both of them. So I'm going to remove both of your hits, and I'm just going to take damage from the crit. So 2 mortal wounds and 2 damage.
And 3 damage.
So 5 damage, which means he's going to be wounded, and go down to 5.
And she has a special ability equipment that gives her 1 faith point when she does a critical.
Okay.
So that gives us 2 faith points.
So you're going to get another faith point for that. Okay, so that was a nice shot. Luckily, my splinter cannon didn't die. But yeah,
But he's
-1 to hit. I am going to now activate this witch here, which is the one that has +1 to the movement from the combat drugs. But what I'm going to do is we're just going to dash to here, the first one, and then we're going to make a move action, which is going to be over to here and then climb up there with the free dash. And I'm just going to sit up there, hopefully to be able to get my advantage scored next turn. So back to sisters, we're going to activate this lady here, and she's going to just move.
She's going to...
No, changing his mind over this way.
Yeah, I'll do it on this one.
So you're going to move up to there, and then you're within 1 of that. So now you can spend an extra 1 to flip it over and consecrate it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to make the most of this Cavalite warrior here, who actually has a free line of sight all the way through to this lady with the big flaming mace. Although she's concealed, I have a free line of sight, so I can shoot. So he is going to spend his first action to plug some shots with his splinter rifle over at that lady. So that is 4 dice, hitting on 3s, lethal 5. So that's going to be 1 crit and 1 hit. So
that's 1 success.
is that a crit?
No, it's a 1.
That's a 1. Okay, so 1.
Because I'm within 1 square of myself,
Yep.
I can reroll 1 of my defense dice.
Okay, go for it. Still fails. Okay, so you can ignore the normal hit and take 4 damage, which is going to wound you, isn't it? 4 damage, which is going to injure you. So remember, you're at -2 inches to your movement there. And then his second action, he's going to move, which will also give him a free dash action. So he's going to go. I think what I'm going to do is we're going to move up. We're going to move up, and we're going to dash back. So second thoughts was move from there to there. So now back to the sisters, and you're going to move this lady that just got wounded. She's just going to move up to the cover there, and then
Get behind cover.
in a second, and that's it. You're just going to sit behind cover.
Yep.
Yep. Okay, I am going to go back to the Drukhari, the Comorites. I'm going to activate my splinter cannon. He cannot move. He cannot move and shoot, but he can dash because he's got the heavy trait. We're going to dash forwards to here, and then we're going to shoot down at this flamer here to try and finish her off before she can potentially do some damage. I beg your pardon, we are going to activate the splinter cannon. We're going to change the order because of my infiltrate to an engage before we activate him, then dash him forwards and shoot at that flamer. So I could, if I wanted, distribute some of my attack dice to the flamer in the back, but I really just want to finish off the one in the front, so I'm not going to do that. So all 5 dice into her. Now I am wounded, so I'm hitting on 4s, but I have rerolls because of the combat drug that he's got. Wow. Get to reroll that one. Okay, so that's 4 hits and 3 crits.
Well,
so you've saved 1, which means you're going to save this one and then take a lot of damage, 12 damage, and get splattered. Is there any acts of faith or anything that you want to do?
No, but she's visible to my...
Yep, visible down through there. So there was no other extra rolls, so she has just been splattered by splinter cannon. That was a very brutal roll by me. And we're back over to the sisters. She could have taken a free shot on a 4+, but because there's nobody in range of her gun, we didn't bother rolling. Back to the sisters, and we're going to activate one of these ladies back here.
Going to activate the hospitality. She's going to come up behind cover next to this lady.
She can do some healing, is she?
She is indeed.
Flip it over to the grey side. And so how does that work?
She heals 1 action point, regain 2d3 lost wounds.
2d3, all right.
So that is
3. So she goes back up to 6, which means she's no longer injured, which is pretty great. Okay, back to the Drukhari. All right, we are going to go to this Calabite warrior with the blaster, and I've activated fleet, so that's going to be able to let me get all the way to here, not off the board, to there. It's going to move him all the way to here, which is going to give me perfect line of sight on this lady here. So I'm going to shoot my blaster into her. 4 shots, hitting on 3s. Oh my lord, my dice are ridiculous. So this is AP2, so you only get 1 die. You lose 2 of your defense dice.
Well, that's great. So I'm dead. I'm
You're
dead.
basically
Like
dead,
there's
yeah.
no.
Yeah. Even if you save 1, you're still taking like 15 damage or something.
Yeah.
So
On a
she just
4
got
plus, I can
melted
shoot
roughly.
you.
Yeah, that's true. Before you go down.
Yes.
4 plus. Okay, so I'm assuming that doesn't matter what order
just
you've
says
got.
you just get a free shoot action.
Yeah, sweet, go for that. That's awesome. So she gets taken down, but then as she's going down, her faith keeps her alive for one last final attack, and you're going to shoot me with what? Your pistol.
My auto pistol. That is all misses. Oh no, that's hits on
Hits
threes.
on 3, so all hits.
All hits.
So I get
just normal hits.
3 dice. I've got 4s. Ugh.
So you take 8.
8 points of damage, which is enough to take him down. So it was an eye for eye. That was a super clutch.
You know, just because that was
4
so
plus.
cool, I'm going to spend a CP to make D3 faith points for her dying action.
Okay. So you're going to
Glorious
spend the CP to
martyrdom.
get another D3 faith points, or just 3 faith points, was it?
D3.
D3, okay. Don't roll a 1.
So I get 3.
3. Well, that was awesome. What a cool cinematic moment. Unfortunately, it wasn't good for me because I did lose my blaster. But, you know, we're trading models here.
That was awesome.
Yeah, it was awesome. Okay, so this back to the sisters.
I'm just going to move her over here.
She's going to move around to there.
They can move again, can't they?
You can dash.
Dash.
I have a feeling you can't go down on the side because
Oh,
there's
that's
not
okay.
space for you.
She'll just dash.
You're just going to reposition, you know, just doing a zigzag, showing off really. And you're done. Now I'm going to activate this witch here with the Chardonnay Impaler, and he's going to dash to here. Sorry, move to here.
She.
Is it a she? I can't tell.
It's a witch.
But they're all she's. And then I'm going to use my dash to get up behind this objective, and then we're going to flip it over with our second action. So with the fleet, we were able to dash to there and then flip it, consecrate it. So we're going to be scoring that objective at the end of the turn. Back over to the sisters.
Move her
Okay, so
forward.
activating her, and she's just moving forward and taking
They've
cover
all
behind
shot,
that.
so
Yeah, those two have shot.
she's out of sight of them.
Yeah, I am now going to activate this witch here with the Hydra Gauntlet. And I'm going to do this off camera because it's going to be difficult. But what I'm going to do is move up to that objective and then with my fleet dash past it and then consecrate it. I'll come back when I've done that. So I've gone underneath there and consecrated it for the good guys. Well, I mean, probably not the good guys, but my side. And we're back to the sisters.
We're going to skedaddle. So dash over to there
He's going to run away from the angry witch with Hydra Gauntlet. Makes sense.
and consecrate.
Ooh. Well, hold on. You can't do that
Oh,
because you don't have fleet. Yeah.
Okay.
So you can just move over to there. Do you want to change your mind, or
No, well, I've got to get
you're just going to move over to there and not consecrate it? Yep. So you've just used your move and dash. There's a little gap there, so she just ran through that. So back to the Drukhari. I'm going to continue with my plan over here. Okay, so I considered a few things. Unfortunately, having to traverse over this barricade here is going to prevent me from getting in range to consecrate this. So I'm just going to activate this Calabite warrior there, and he's going to take his shot at the lady with the sword right there because I've got line of sight to her. Okay, so you actually got 1 extra faith point because when he
The penitent did the consecrate action
over here
as a staunch operative. That
gets
gives me
an
one
extra faith point. Okay, so now this Cabalite warrior shooting at that lady with the sword. So four dice hitting on 3s. Okay, so that's 1 crit and 1 hit.
This lady.
Yep.
So she's got a 3-up save.
Yep. Okay, that's pretty good.
2. I'm going to just spend a faith point. Which one?
To turn one of your hits into a crit.
Yep.
Yep, so you can block both of them.
Yep.
Otherwise you wouldn't be able to. Cool. All right, so it doesn't take any damage.
And
Now I'm going to move that guy. All right, so now his movement, he's going to lose 2 inches as he traverses over that barricade. 4 inches is going to get him to here. 4 inches is going to get him to here. And then with my dash, I'm just going to go around to this ladder and try and get up on top of that vantage point for next turn. So back to the sisters. Okay, so to your leader now, right?
Yep.
So she's going to
just
move.
do a dash, so -2 for going over this. And then she'll just dash.
She's just a move and dash to here. All right, so this guy can't really do too much. So we're just going to move and traverse over this, and then with our free dash, get behind that wall there, out of line of sight for next turn. And now
overwash, but not the other shooting.
yeah, well, you can't see me, so you can't overwatch. Okay, so now you get an overwatch, so you can pick either this flamer here or your sister here. She can shoot at this guy because he has an engage order and you can see me.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
But I'm not within range, so I can't.
Oh, you're not within range, right? Okay. Okay. So I'm going to go with the Hecatrix now. The Hecatrix, she's just going to move and dash and all that business all the way up to here, so that she's got free reign to either shoot down with her fusion. Sorry, not her fusion, her blast pistol or charge or whatever. So she's going to go up to there. That is the end of the turn because there's no overwatch that can be done by the sisters. So now let's score some victory points. So I am going to get 1 for this one and 1 for the one under there. So that's 2 for the main objective for the Drukhari and
I'll get 1.
1 for the sisters. So it's going to be 2 to 1, at least for now. And then, did you get anything on your secondaries?
No, mine's scored at the end of the game.
I managed to score overrun because I have these two in your quarter here. I have him in my quarter here. Obviously, this quarter's covered, and that quarter under there is also covered because I have my witch ran through there. So I'm going to get 1 for overrun to score me another 1. And now we're going to go to priority roll. Roll off for initiative for turn 2. I get to choose. I'm going to go first. It's going to be turn 2. Now we both get a CP. And now, do you want to spend your CPs on anything? Okay, so Drukhari have the first. Neither of us are going to use any of our strategic ploys. So did you want to reveal any more of your tac ops? Okay, so straight into turn 2. Okay, so the first person we're going to activate is this heavy gunner here with the splinter cannon, because I feel that this crossbow lady is going to take him out if we don't activate him straight away. So he's going to dash first, and then he's just going to unload with his splinter cannon into somebody juicy. Dash is going to get him up to the edge of this terrain piece here, and then I don't have to think about who I'm going to shoot. Okay, we're going to try and set up power from pain here. So there's a bit of thinking. The splinter cannon is going to go into this lady with the two-handed eviscerator sword down there, just so that if we kill her, we can trigger power from pain and then get another shot before we can even do anything. So 5 shots with the splinter cannon, and this is relentless because of the upgrade I got. So hitting on 4s because he's wounded. I just seem to roll insane amount of crits. Okay. Oh my god. Okay, so 4 crits. I've got lethal 5+. Apparently I just rolled 6s. Oh, we had a bit of accident there. So yeah, you got to try and roll lots of 6s. Okay. So unfortunately, he didn't get enough. So she dies. Now I'm going to spend my 1 CP, so it's removed, for power from pain, and we're going to activate somebody else. Okay, so we're going to go with the Hecatrix. I know she's good in hand-to-hand combat, but she's got a blast pistol, and his leader's got his back to me. So, you know, in typical Dark Elder style, I'm going to shoot a blast pistol into her back. So that's 4 shots on 2s. And we've got AP 2 on this. Okay, so that's a crit and 2 hits. Now you only have 1 die because I've got AP 2.
She's dead.
And that is a lot of damage. Yeah, it was 13 damage, and she's now dead. Now I can move to reposition, but you know what? I don't really know if I want to. She's just gonna stay there. There's no reason to move her. She's got cover there. Yep, she's gonna stay there. Activated her. I changed her to engage order, of course. Okay, so back to the sisters now. That was a brutal first turn.
Okay. Gonna charge.
Yep. So you're gonna run up and charge my Cavalite warrior with the
Duelist.
Yeah.
So
We've kind of forgotten the objectives right now, haven't we? But that's fine. If all your characters
can't
are
really
dead,
do it if everyone's
you
dead.
can't score victory points. Okay.
Okey-dokey,
So how many attacks you got?
4.
4. All right. Go for
Hitting
it.
on 2s. Lethal 5.
So I'm gonna roll mine in. Okay, so I've got 2 hits, and you've got 1 hit. Wow, that was terrible.
Yeah. So I'm gonna use 1 faith point to reroll a
1 die.
1 die.
Yeah, mine as well. Hey. Oh my god.
Oh no, she hits on 2s. 4 hits.
Right, so you still spent that faith point. She does hit on 2, so you got 4 hits. So now you get to hit me with something first.
Yep.
So you can hit me with what? Just a normal hit?
Yep.
So how much damage is that?
That is 3.
3. So I've still got 5 left. Now I could parry that one. So I'm going to parry one of yours. So that's removed. Now it's back to you.
Gonna hit her.
You're going to hit her again, and then I'm going to parry your last one. So I managed to stay alive, but didn't do any damage to you on 2. You did 6 damage to me, so I'm down to 2, and I'm wounded. So at the end of that, we have a wounded Cabalite warrior down to 2 health left. Okay, so it's back to the Drukhari. Going to activate the witch there with the Impaler and Shardnet. He is going to spend 1 to consecrate this. And then I'm going to charge the flamer there. It is within 8 inches. I've got to get within 1. I'm pretty sure that's in range. I'll move it and then come back. Okay, so I have 4 here, and you. The Shardnet gives you -1 attack. And I'm hitting on 3s, doing 4 or 5 damage. Yeah, so you get to hit me for how much? 2. Okay, so I'm going to take 2 damage, and then, yeah, I'm going to crit you and crit you for 10. So that's going to remove you. And that's that. This lady could have given the ability for the flamer to shoot on a 4+ when she dies, but because she's engaged, she's not going to be able to shoot. So there's no point in rolling. We are back to the sisters though. Okay, so the sisters are feeling a little bit demoralised for all the 6s I've rolled. And you know what?
Come and bonk you on the head.
Yeah, they're just going to try and get a bit of revenge for the flamer lady. And she's going to charge in.
And whack.
In the Shardnet. So you get how many attacks now? 4, 3.
4, 3.
3, okay. What is going on? Okay,
so I got 1.
So you get to attack first.
I'm going to spend 1 faith point to re-roll.
The 2?
Yeah.
The miss, yep.
I think that's
Go for it.
A 1. Excellent.
Yeah, great. So you get to attack me first. Now, I don't think you can live, and you got to try and kill me before I kill you. So how much damage do your hits do?
5.
5, yeah. So you'll be able to kill me on the next hit, which is pretty good. Okay, so you're just going to hit me?
Yep.
With a crit for 5?
And I set you on fire, so you have 2 Inferno tokens.
Okay, so what I can do is I'm actually going to parry off your normal hit, and then I'm going to do enough damage to kill you after that. So you're going to go down, but you're going to set me on fire.
And stun you.
And stun me. So I'm going to go down to 1 wound left.
But you'll have 2 Inferno tokens.
So I'm going to go down to 1 wound left, and I'm 2 Inferno tokens, which you're probably going to burn me to death, and I'm stunned, so I lose an action point next turn. So that was pretty brutal, although I did roll a lot of 6s again. I am so sorry. And that's that. I'm going to go with this guy here, and he's just going to spend 2 action points to secure advantage for me. So that's my turn done, and I'm going to get a victory point for that at the end of the battle. So you're going to select the lady with the crossbow and shooting down on my Drukhari here behind the cover. So I'm not going to get the benefit of cover.
So I need 3s. My God, I missed.
Wow, with everything.
I'll spend 1 faith point to...
You might as well. At this point, you're going to run out of faith points.
Hit once.
Oh, okay. So you
get to do
I get 3 defense dice. Oh, yep, you hit me.
You take 2
damage.
damage.
So he takes 2 damage. The luck is definitely with Drukhari today. So we're just having a little talk off camera. He's going to change to an engage order here. And that's just so that later on in the turn you can overwatch. Because if you're concealed, you cannot overwatch. And I don't really think I'm going to have that many good shots at you anyway. So yeah, we're changing that to an engage order just so she can get some overwatch shots. 1 overwatch. Okay, so I am just going to activate the guy with the Hydra gauntlets behind there. He's going to consecrate that objective and then move further in. So we consecrated that objective, and then we moved behind this grill. We're actually a little bit to the left behind, like kind of taking some cover behind that wall. And then we're done there. Okay, so back to the sisters, consecrating here.
I'm going to shoot you.
And then you're going to shoot my guy with the Shardnet and Impaler. Go for it.
3s. 2 crits.
2 crits.
2 hits. That's
okay, so I'm in trouble here. Need some saves. I've got a 5+. Wow, I got 2. And the crits, so I'm going to block your crits and take how much damage?
4.
Well, that's enough to kill me, right? Because I only had 1 left.
Okay.
And I was on fire. So this guy gets splattered by an auto pistol.
And then he becomes barbecue.
And then, yeah, he starts burning for a while, filling the battlefield with the delicious smell of burning Drukhari. Okay, I'm going to activate this guy here, and he is going to move 3 up and then 3 out to here. And then we're going to take a shot down at that lady standing on that consecrated objective with his splinter rifle. So 4 shots.
Because that way you can do the...
Advantage next turn, yeah. So 4 shots. Hitting on 3s. Ooh, only one. One normal hit.
Time.
About time, yeah. And you didn't save it. So you just take...
So I'm going to do a faith point reroll.
Might as well. We've only got like 3 sisters left.
Saves.
You got it. So no damage.
move
Yeah, so
over
activating
here.
this lady and moving to there, chilling next to the friend, just basically trying to secure that objective.
Shoot no one, because no one's in range.
Oh yes, you can't shoot because you don't have long enough range. You're at 6 inches. Okay, so I'm going to activate this witch here, and he's actually just going to sit there and do nothing. He's scoring me 1 victory point for that objective this turn. So I don't want to move out to Overwatch, so I'm done there.
Overwatch.
Now Overwatch, yes. You got this lady here that can shoot.
Just going to shoot your...
You're going to shoot down at that guy?
Because he hasn't done anything. Actually,
Oh,
I'm going to shoot him still.
I forgot that I had that guy there. But yeah, I think you're better off probably trying to shoot the splinter cannon because he's really deadly. So go for it.
Come on. That is 2 hits.
2 hits. All right. And I have 3 dice. I don't have any cover or anything. So I can save 1 of them.
So you take 2 damage.
2 damage. Whoa, nearly kills him. Goes down to 1. You really wanted a second hit through.
Yes, I did. You know what? No.
It's a bit too late, yeah, unfortunately. Okay, so that's you done. I'm going to go with this guy here, and he's just going to shoot at that one there. At least for his first action. So 4 dice. Come on, 6s. Oh, there we go. I just need to do the champ before I roll. So that's 2 crits and 1 hit. And you got 1 crit. Does she have the 3+ save?
No.
No. So you just got 1 crit, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to take 4, 5, 6 damage.
On 1.
Down to 1 and wounded. And then his second action, I'm just going to stay there because once again I'm scoring a point there. So he is done. And now you get another Overwatch shot.
Can't do anything else, does it?
But you don't have any Overwatches. So now it's just this guy here.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to fall back and then activate that objective. Down to here. And then consecrate that. Which is going to give me another point. So now we are done. I'm just going to score some victory. Okay, so the sisters get another 1. The Drukhari get 1, 2 for that one over there, and a 3rd one for that one there. So I'm going to go to 5. So at this point we've got 5 to 7, and I'm also going to score disadvantage, which I've done once, and we are going to get overrun again because I have 1 in this quarter here, 1 in this quarter here, there, and also under there. Okay, so we're going to go into turn 3. Priority, and really probably the sisters really need this one. And it's going to the Drukhari again, so I'm going to go first. We each get a command point. Are you going to do any tactical?
I was going to spend for unlimited range on my...
Yeah, it would have been useful
pistols.
last few turns, right? So yeah, going to do it now. Okay, so Drukhari, turn 1. Okay, I'm going to activate my Hecatrix because she's within engagement range. So I can't shoot with my blast pistol, which is what I wanted to do, which is kind of not that Dark Eldar of me, but she's just going to attack with her power blades. Okay, so I have 4 attacks. How many do you have? 4?
I rolled defense or attacks?
You're all attacks. Defense is only 50 damage. So I didn't get any crits there.
Let's see if I can get some crits. Lethal 5 for me, Isaac.
All right.
It just doesn't make it makes no sense to me whatsoever.
So this is the first game for the sisters, my opponent. It's only my second game, but it just had a bit of a discussion about the way close combat works. And just misunderstood it a little bit. Basically means that I can hit you for 4, then you can crit me, or you could parry this and do 4 to me, but then I hit you with my last attack and it's going to finish you off. So really in the end, you're just going to do a crit's worth of damage to me, which is 4.
Yeah.
Okay. And unfortunately... it wasn't as cool as he wanted, and I kind of get it. Right. After that, she is going to... We're going to just leave her there. We're just going to move her to the corner there, and of course, we're going to spend the CP, Power from Pain. Actually, no, that doesn't help me. Yes, it does. Power from Pain, so I can use my Splinter Cannon, and I'll shoot down on you. I'm going to dash up.
I'll just take this off.
Hold on. I might not roll that good. How many does she have? 5 left?
She has 1.
1 left. Yeah, I will shoot. But I can put more attacks into the other one as well. So she's got 1 health left. With the splinter cannon, I'm going to use the fusillade, as they say it, ability to be able to split my dice. So I'm going to put 2 attacks onto her and 3 attacks onto her. So the orange dice are going to be the lady at the front who has only 1 wound left. And we get rerolls on this. Rerolls. And because I'm wounded, it's hitting on 4s. So the lady in the front, if you roll 2 hits, you can get it. You can live.
No, if I roll a crit.
No, 2 normal hits can cancel a crit. So she lives. Now the one at the back's going to take 2 hits, and she also lives. So nothing from that, which was really quite good for sisters. Kind of need the help. And then he's done. So it's over to you. All right, so you can heal. So she can heal herself.
Yeah. She's within range of herself.
So she gets 4. And then the second action is what?
Going to shoot him.
Yep, going to shoot that guy there. I should have. Yeah. Okay. Go for it. Are you within 6? Oh, you
I
can
have
shoot.
unlimited range
sure.
this round.
Yeah. If you save 1, move on.
I'm going to
crit
re-roll 1 instead.
Yeah.
I think it's better.
Probably
'cause
better.
I could get a crit. Or I could miss.
So I might live this for all 2 4+. Yeah, of course I do. So unfortunately, you should change 1 to the crit.
It wouldn't have mattered.
No, because I would have only been that, because I rolled a crit, you're right. Okay, so that's that done. I somehow managed to live. So yeah, we don't want that to happen again, so we're going to activate this guy. He's going to consecrate this, and then we're going to shoot the lady that hasn't activated yet at the back there. So 4 dice into you. These orange dice have been doing well for me. Oh, I am wounded though, so I'm hitting on 4s. Now this guy has rend. He's the one with rend, so that just turns. Oh, it's not a normal hit, so I just got 1 hit. 1 crit.
1 crit, I think.
And she
takes
takes 4 damage, which is going to wound her as well. Okay, and he's done. He's lost his order, but he's done.
Consecrate. And
Consecrate and what?
Shoot that one in the eye.
So this lady here consecrating and then shooting back at this guy, try and finish him off.
Wow.
Oh wow, you dice are just failing you.
1 hit.
1 hit. Okay, so I need 1 4+. No, and I've got no CP, so yeah, he's dead.
2 damage.
2 damage, which is just enough to take him out.
Take
You only needed 1, so he's gone. So I'm actually not scoring any points for that one right now. Yeah, so this Cowboy Warrior is going to go. He's going to flip that, consecrate, and then shoot at the lady at the back there. So 4 dice. Splinter rifle. Can't. It's 2 hits, 1 crit. So you're fine. You take no damage. Wow, this has been some good saving this turn from both parties. All right, so he's done, and now it is over to you.
Well.
All right, so he was actually wounded, which meant the 3 didn't hit, but it doesn't matter, you rolled enough. You've got a vendetta here.
Wound.
You just need 1 wound. Splinter rifle, crossbow lady into the splinter rifle, the heavy gunner.
Condemn the stake thrower. Stake into your heart.
Oh, that is 3.
3 hits.
So
I'm going to just spend a fate point to re-roll that.
And that's sealed the deal, because I can only succeed on 3. So yep, finally Splinter Cannon goes down after doing a lot of work, I have to say. So now you're totally done, but this time you have unlimited range, so you will be getting some Overwatch shots. Yeah, we are going to go with the Hydra, the guy with the Hydra Gauntlet back there, and he is just going to change his order to an engage order and then charge at this. I get an extra 2. So, yeah, I'll be honest, I can't get to the other one. So yep, just going to go to there. I'm going to beat you with some gauntlets. On 3s with 5 attacks. 2 crits. And okay, so it's actually not bad. So I get to hit you first. So I'm going to crit you. Oh, actually, you're only on 3. So that first hit just kills you, yeah. All right, so he gets cut down by the Hydra Gauntlets. And that is that. Overwatch shot, you're going to shoot with this lady or her? Yeah, but that's better because she's got more options later. So you're going to shoot close range, because I couldn't quite get into engagement range there at my witch. So
it's 1 crit and 2 hits.
Okay, so I have 5+ save here. So I'm saving once. So the crit does how much?
3.
And the other one does
2.
2. Okay.
So 5 damage.
5 damage. I'm wounded but not dead. So you got 3 left. And wounded. And we can remove this token because you're dead. Okay, I'm going to activate this guy here, and he's just going to spend his whole turn getting the second point of vantage for me. So now your last Overwatch shot, and I'm assuming it's going to be her. Oh, down at the witch is probably more dangerous, yeah.
Well, and also that means that I
Correct,
don't get any
yeah.
points.
Okay, so
3s. That's 3 crits.
I'm pretty dead. I guess if I roll perfect, I can live.
That's 3 faith points.
So I can block 2 of the crits. How much does 1 crit do?
I can.
I rolled.
Don't you need
Oh,
a crit?
sorry, yeah, I know. I'm so used to attacking with lethal. Either way, I think I'm just dead. 3.
There's 3 plus 2 mortal wounds on each. So each one does mortal wounds.
Yeah, you kill me with mortal wounds, yeah.
6 mortal wounds.
6 mortal wounds. So this witch just gets...
And they're piercing 1.
Yeah, well, I would have had less dice. So this witch just gets pierced an arrow right through the eye, and he's dead. Okay, so this guy is going to move to the bottom of this for 2, and then he's got +1 to his movement because of his combat drugs, which is going to take him 5 to there. And then he's going to dash further to here. Just setting up the next turn. He's going to consecrate and then move through, and I'll take a shot of that when I'm done. So we've just consecrated and then moved just past it, so we're still going to get a point from that, setting up for some other shenanigans next turn. So that is the end of turn 3. So we're going to score some victory points. So we have 1,
You don't score that one.
2 for the Drukhari, and 1 for the sisters. I don't score this one because I don't have anybody next to it. So sisters go to 3 and Drukhari go to 7. At least for the main objective. And then...
When you killed her, she dropped a banner.
Right, okay. So when she died, she dropped a banner, and that was because he has the planned banner objective. He can pick it up and do things with it and score some extra points. Banner's there. Probably not going to be able to do it. He's only got 2 operatives left, but you never know. So let's go...
I do like that.
So this is turn 4. And let's roll initiative.
5.
5, so we re-roll. Because we both got 5.
1.
3, so I win again. Drukhari's going to go first. We're each going to get a CP, and you're going to get some more faith points, right?
So I'm up to 10.
He's got so many faith points. Unfortunately, not enough sisters to really make use of them. Drukhari,
I was going to
first.
do for unlimited range on my
Yeah, that seems to be the best one. Because what else are you going to do? I am not going to spend any. Power from Pain just is too good. So I'm actually going to spend 1 point because Power from Pain is probably not going to help me this turn. So I'm going to spend this on Fleet so I get the free dash when I move. And the first person we can activate is the Hecatrix here. And she's just going to basically move down there, and then she gets a free dash. She's going to get it close enough to shoot a blast pistol at this lady here. I'm going to dash to, you know what? Oh, I need to get into range. I'm going to dash to about there, and then we're going to shoot the blast pistol. I don't get cover from her up here anyway. I really just need to roll straight ones. This is AP 2. Oh.
2 ones.
1 die here. 3. So she's dead. So we just kind of melt her with a blast pistol, which is really basically nearly confirming the Drukhari's victory. You have 1 operative left. We're just going to call it after this turn because I don't think it matters.
Shoot the Hecatrix.
We're going to try and get some revenge. Shoot the Hecatrix. Do it, man.
That is...
Whoa, so the mortal, they automatically do what, 4 mortal wounds, 2 each?
Yeah, and I'm going to...
Wow, that was really
with
good.
my 10 faith points, spend 3 of them. So I'm down to 7 for Vengeful Strike to retain 1 of my normal as a crit. So that'll be 3 crits and a
So that's
hit.
6 mortal wounds. And now I've got to somehow block. Yeah, she's just
piercing
dead.
1.
Yeah, she's dead. Oh, piercing 1? Okay, well, I'll re-roll. I still can't live. Well, actually, they're invulnerable saves. Oh, it is invulnerable saves.
Okay.
Well, the first roll was worse. So I got 1. She's dead. She's going to take a bunch of damage plus 6 mortal wounds. So yeah,
15.
You just one-shot her right through the brain. Man,
15, 16,
this crossbow lady's been awesome, especially up on that vantage point. But I'm gonna finish her now. So the Hecatrix goes down, but you know what? She did her job. So now let's go in the next activation. Now
And I get a couple of
get some more fate points for this one like powered up sister right here. So I'm going to activate this guy. He's got enough to move and then climb, and he's also got a free dash if he wants. So he's going to move to here and then try and shoot her. Okay. I mean, I'm probably just kind of like moving into your strategy here, but you know, it's the last model. I want to kill you. I want to table you. All right, let's do this. I mean, it might be better to shoot with the guy down there, but I don't want to do that. 2 hits. They're both crits though. So you really need a 6 here. Do you have anything that can convert that to a crit with your faith
I
points?
have got faith points. I said.
Do it, because otherwise you're dead.
Going to spend 2 to change 1 to a crit.
Crit. Okay, so that's going to mean 4 damage, which is going to wound you, which is pretty important. And then I'm done, and it's back to you. You're going to one Overwatch shot with this lady. What are you going to do? You're going to get this guy down here. Well, it's better to do that guy down here because he's inactivated. Yeah. So you're going to shoot down at him. You're hitting on 4s now, so that's only 1 hit. I can't use cover because you're above me. Yeah, that'll do 2 damage on a hit. Yeah, kills him, takes him out. She's done so much work. What a champion.
She's done all the work.
She's basically done everything. Yeah. So yeah, he gets taken down. And now it's just a free reign for the Dark Elder. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go and move everything around. I'll come back when I've done it all because, yeah, it's pretty boring me just moving miniatures around. Okay, so what we did is we ran this guy that was here underneath there and consecrated that objective, which is going to score us 1 point. And then my other witch that was there actually ran through. He's just standing under there. And then he dropped a signal beacon down, which...
he can't because it's 2-8.
So I'm going to reveal that I have signal beacon just for everybody, but that's actually not going to do now. He's moved forward and still in stealth underneath there, ready to drop the signal beacon. Now, the game is definitely over in terms of victory points, but we are going to roll initiative and see what's going to happen here. Who's going to shoot first? Ooh, 4. Come on. 2. The sister gets to go first.
Okay, I'm going to use my 1 command point.
Yes, we both have a command point, and this is turn 5. The moment it's 7 to 3. So I'm going to keep my command point there.
I roll really good. There's one that I can basically reroll any or all of my attack dice.
Yeah, you should be doing
So I'm
that.
going to shoot you.
Yep. Because if you don't, I'm going to kill you. Oof.
So
that's probably going to do it. Well, that's 4 mortal wounds straight off the bat, and then I've got a lot of
4
stuff.
hits.
No, you're actually... Oh, you did.
Yeah, because I hit on 3s.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So, but you rolled 2 4s, even with wounded. Yeah, that's enough to just splatter me. So he gets another arrow through the brain. And it's just, stake, sorry. She's just been doing work killing everybody. But now I'm just going to consecrate, score another point, score 2 for my signal. I'm not going to come out from underneath there, so your Overwatch shots aren't going to do anything. So sorry, I did go to 8 last turn. So I'm going to go to 9 at the end of this, which is, if we can ever find it. There it is. 9 plus
16.
I'm going to get another 2 here. So that is going to be 15 for the Drukhari. And
that's a 3.
3 for the sisters. But a good battle. It was the first battle that you've had of Kill Team to date. And of course, it's the curse of the new army, right? Like the newly painted models, we always roll badly. And for me, I rolled really hot early on. It just gave me a huge advantage, yeah. And power from pain, I have to say that strategy is very, very powerful. Thanks for the game. Really hope you enjoyed watching that battle report. Stay tuned because there's more on the way. Thank you very much for watching. Take it easy, have fun, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.